Good morning, or perhaps good evening. My name is Adam Benkiki, a data analyst. I'm here to present my findings with the company called Cyclistic. Let's begin. The company strategy was aimed to convert as many casual members into annual members. My task was to find the differences between these members. For this, I thought of a few questions about the nature of these customers. Why are they using our services? What's their age, their social status, and in order to understand them much more. I connected to 12 CVs that contained a whole year of Cyclistic's data. This resulted in 5.6 million rows of one main table that looks like the nature of this table is one route. Each time a ride is completed, started in one journey, ended in another, it has resulted in one row of data. But this data wasn't clean and wasn't very accurate. For example, there are lots of null values, both in the station name, start and end station, and in the station ID. So I had to do a few things in order to clean this data. First, I made a duration column to see the time in minutes and in seconds between the start and the end process. For this, I found something interesting. There were negative values. I had to clean that out. I also took away null values in the station ID, and I also created a flag column that flagged out most likely rides that were bugged, as in the coordinates of the start of the latitude and longitude versus the end latitude and longitude were the exact same number, something that is extremely highly unlikely. After cleaning this data, I found that I had 4.4 million rows. This is quite enough to start working. So let's begin. The plain stats are simple. We have two types of members, annual members and casual members. Out of the 4.4 million rides, around 60% those are for our annual members. This is a good thing. That means they know that they're using our services a lot, and therefore they see value in making themselves an annual subscription. Something interesting to note is that our casual members ride far more than our annual members. They ride in the average duration time. This was something I wanted to seek further into. If we take the total rides and group them into time, as in minutes between 0 and 5 minutes of a ride, 5 to 10 minutes of a ride, and so on and so forth, we can see that rides under 15 minutes are used predominantly by our annual members. Rides that go above that are used by our casual members. But to what end? Where are they riding to, and for what reason? If we look at the route from station A to station B, we can see, and if you divert your attention to the left column, the left group of columns, we can see that our annual members are riding to places such as universities. And if you divert your attention to our right columns, then that group, we can see that our casual members are riding to places like museums and parks and aquariums. This led me to believe that our annual members are most likely students or faculty members or blue-collar workers that are just riding in the area to their work. And our casual members are looking for touristy popular places. These could be tourists, new to the city, and so on and so forth. If you divert your attention to these three columns over here, you can see that we have casual members that are grouped in our annual members. We're going to speak about that later on because these are casual members acting as though they're annual members, but they're not annual members just yet. If we look at the time of day our customers ride, we can see that in the afternoon and in the morning for both annual and casual are the highest. I would have thought that if the casual members are tourists, then the evening and nighttime should also be quite popular for them, exploring the city as much as they can. However, this isn't the case. The afternoon and the morning are most popular to both types of customers. If we zoom out and look at the week, we can see that for both customers, annual and casual, it is the weekends that is most popular. If you look at the average duration, you can see that for the annual members, it is most likely the same. It is a fixed duration, whereas the casual most likely vary. If we zoom out even more and look at the seasons, this is by no surprise, the summertime peaks the most, and it drops during the winter. This is for both our annual and casual members. Just to take note of the rideable types, we can see that the classic bike is the most popular, followed by the electric bike, and the docked bike is the least popular. We don't even see annual members use this at all. If we look at the rideable types over time, we can see for our casual members only that during the winter time, November to January, they prefer the electric bike. This is most likely to avoid the rain as fast as they can. Now that we had a basic understanding of who our customers are, let's meet them. We can look at our far left at Anna. She's an annual member and she's a student. Next to her is Alaman, who is also an annual member. He's a blue-collar worker who works in the area. We can see Sam. He's a casual member and he's a tourist. We hope he loves the city. And then there's Jessica. She's a casual member acting as though she's an annual member. That means that she can be a student, a blue-collar worker, or even new to the city. Jessica is most likely to convert because she's acting as though she's an annual member. She's using their routes, she's using the same time and the fixed duration. She's acting as though she's annual, but she's casual. Remember when I told you to remember those columns? That's because these are Jessicas. And these are the people we're going to try to convert. Let's see how we can do that. Overall, the insights I found here is that the annual members are most likely students, faculty members, blue-collar workers in the area, and they have a fixed route that they like to use. Casual members are tourists who we can't really turn into annual members because they're in the city for some time for their vacation, and then they can go on to their miserable lives. Then we have an outlier, which are our Jessicas. These people are casual members acting as though they're annual. Maybe they just don't know that an annual subscription exists. Maybe they think that they just ride under 15 minutes and it's just not enough for them to become an annual member. We need to shed light on these kind of people. And then, of course, it's nice to know that our busiest time is in the summertime in the afternoon, during the weekends, using the regular classic bike followed by an electric bike. Let's see how we can act on the findings. I suppose we need to collaborate with universities. Imagine you're a new student. You have no idea what's going on. All you know is that you enrolled and your future is right ahead of you. They tell you this is where you buy your books, this is where you sleep, and now you get an annual subscription. This is how you get around the city and around the dorm. You use Cyclistic. If we can get that mindset, the people who finish their studies in years from now will then continue using our services because we have built trust now, and while they go on to the workforce, they'll still use our services. We need to also target users that ride under 15 minutes and are casual members. We want to do this to increase awareness that even though they're riding under 15 minutes, these times accumulate over time and it will be much more profitable for them financially to save money and become annual members. And of course, during the summertime, we need to raise awareness about our services. This can be through social media and other campaigns. We need to consider also removing the docked bikes because no one really uses them. And during the winter, we need to add more electric bikes, but give them permission only to annual users. We're going to give them a bonus. If you're an annual user, we understand you want to get away from the rain, we'll help you do so. Here's an electric bike. If you want to use our electric bike, you need to become an annual user. This is during the winter. Thank you very much for listening. If you have any questions, I'm available on LinkedIn, and you can see my work on GitHub. You can contact me with my email. Thank you very much and have a good day.